Morning guys, Joe here. Expecting a storm in the UK. I wish it'd hurry up and come. I love storms. Um, Today I'm going to read from some more information from Nostradamus and the planets of the apocalypse. And I'm going to read some of the isometric predictions that Jason highlights in the book. And the reason why I want to highlight the isometric predictions so that you guys have a better understanding of why Jason's work, why the phoenix is a strong truth to me. Because one thing that I've come to realise over these last 3 years, more so these last few months, is that nothing's true. So trying to find truth in a web of opinion and lies is really difficult. And I think the reason why I've latched on to Archaix and Jason's work is because it's the one thing that really resonates with me to being true. Now, of course, when he talks about certain things, it's theory, it's his opinion, because there are some things that we simply cannot prove. But his opinions are educated opinions based on the chronology and the research, the advanced research that he's done. So this is kind of why I've latched on to the potentiality of this being a simulation. And I've also been watching Westworld, and again it's a series about a set where they've got robots, non-player characters, you could say, in an environment, and you get the true humans going in and playing a game. And these non-player characters are in a continuous loop, but they start to glitch in the system and they start to grow consciousness. And what's really interesting, when I first learned about Archaix and this potentiality of this being a simulation, one of the major questions I had was, well, why have we got consciousness? Why have we got souls if we're not real, if we're just holograms? And I concluded, and I'm not sure if I've covered this in another video, but I concluded that if we've gone through various resets, and we have been continually looped into these resets, and we're here to learn lessons, then we have gained consciousness. We have grown. Our consciousness has grown. Of course, not everybody, because there is still, apparently, according to Jason's work, there's only 33% of the population, and again, there's that incredible number 33, that is used in occult symbolism, and it's actually quite a very powerful number. There's 33 degrees in Freemasonry. And what's really interesting as well is I keep seeing the number 33. But anyway, I digress. But apparently it's 33% of people which he terms errants, and I still haven't fully understood what errants means. But those of us who are seeking truth beyond what we perceive to be true, which is propagated by whoever controls this world. So the 33% of us who are true humans, for want of a better phrase. I don't know how else to put that across, because I don't want to offend or insult or whatever. But those of us, 33% of us, are truly seeking the true answers about this reality. And that's kind of what happens in Westworld. You have a very, very small number, a minority, who start to recognise that something's not quite right in their reality, and they want to seek the truth. So anyway, an interesting concept there as to what's led me to Archaix and why I resonate with it so much, beyond anything else that I've researched over the last the last 3 years. So I'm going to read some isometric predictions out of his book so you can get a better understanding of why the potentiality of this being a mathematical construct that we live in, because everything is mathematically laid out. So let me get on with it, because we all know that I waffle. Right, so this is in his chapter, Isometric Projections of 2014. Of course, those of you who are watching my videos or have gone on to Jason's videos, you will know that 2040 is the next event when the Phoenix comes. Sorry, the next year when the Phoenix comes. So the first example is evidently the simplest because it involves the astronomical period of Phoenix. In 1902, Phoenix blanketed the Earth in dust and mud, sometimes as much as 50 tons per square mile. A volcano named Mount Pelée exploded on the French Caribbean island of Martinique, incinerating 30,000 people in an instant in May, and another volcano in Santa Maria, Guatemala, killed 1,000 people. In the United States, in 1902, the US Census Bureau was founded. Washington, D.C. was planned out with the capital reworked to employ geometrical arrangements through its streets and districts. In New York City, the first skyscraper was built, the Fuller Building. This particular year, 1902, is an isometric epicenter, being 138 years after 1764 AD, when Phoenix was visually seen to pass over 1/5 of the sun's surface by the naked eye and by a European astronomer through a telescope. Counting the same 130 years after 1902 is 2040. So isometric put my teeth in. Isometric projection interpretation. In 2040, planet Phoenix will be visually seen. Earth will be bathed in cosmic dust, clouding up the atmosphere in May. Volcanic activity will result in high fatalities in the mid-Atlantic Ocean. Architecture of New York and Washington, D.C. will come to an end with loss of American population. Then he's put census in brackets. So another isometric prediction. In 1980, on May 18th to the 19th, the Long Dormant volcano, Mount St. Helens, exploded, causing widespread environmental ruin in the western United States. This massive explosion resulted with few fatalities because of the mountain's rural location. Also in 1980, an earthquake in southern Italy killed 3,000 people, and amazingly at Peekskill, New York, a red Chevrolet Malibu was struck by a meteorite the size of a football that penetrated the entire vehicle, passed through the gas tank and impacted the concrete, forming a crater 6 inches deep. This was 60.5 years after 1919, when Mount Kelud in Indonesia erupted killing 5,000 people in May. Counting 60.5 years after 1980 is 2040. So basically what he's doing, he's finding years and then finding mirrors of what happened in a particular year and then counting from, so for example 1980, counting 60.5 years back and then counting 60.5 years forwards. Now anyone that's watched my isometric predictions video, I explained what an isometric prediction is. To give you a visual, you drop a pebble in water, the rings go outwards, and each ring mirrors the same energy field. So that's how he's come to the conclusion that 2040 is the next Phoenix event, going back hundreds and hundreds of years. And he's got loads of examples in this book. So for anyone that's on the fence or doubting the Archaix's work, it's really important to understand where he's getting his work from and why he's coming to the conclusions that he's coming to and why he's confident in his predictions.
So I'm going to conclude my video here. I don't need to go through all the isometric predictions in the book. If you want to get the book, there you are. I got this off Amazon. It's got loads of examples in it, amongst other things. I'm off to watch his next podcast, which is with Typical Skeptic. Wonder if I'm going to learn anything new. So there we go. Speak to you all soon, guys. See you later. Bye.